Everybody, whoa! What am I doing over here? How about that? Welcome back. Playing some chess. Sorry, no video yesterday in chess. You know what? Let me play some e4 plays here. The Sicilian defense. You dare play the Sicilian defense against me? I forgot what I was gonna say. I think it was something along the lines of, yeah, there's not going to be a video in chess every day. But some days there will be, and some days there won't be. It really comes down to, like, my morning routine. If my morning routine is, like, if I end up having a surprising amount of time in the morning, maybe it's, you know, low percentage, baby meta. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. If it's a low percentage baby meta, then I think I'm pretty good to go on the chess for the most part. But some days the baby, she's a little bit more high maintenance. Y'all know how it is. And y'all ready for this? Okay, so let's think this through. I want to play good chess. I don't think this is the way to do it right now. But hear me out here. We go back. They push. We go here. They push. Take. I think we don't mind it. Now, if they blow out their queen side like this, oh man, let me tell you. I think I would love to castle king side. Okay. I don't know. I'm under threat a little bit. Oh, they're going to have two pawns there. Essentially, I'm stupid. Okay. I think we will still take this. And then you have to take here if you want to still castle. But we have at least taken, like, a weapon off the board. And then, honestly, I think we want to... Like, sure, we could take a pawn. We're going to get this pawn anyway, though. I think we embrace tranquility. I mean, this is a good point. It's not going anywhere, huh? We should probably do something. Like, I know you're like the bishop. You got to move the bishop. I really don't think we have any obligation to move the bishop. I'm actually going to get a little nuts, I think. I think we need to... No, you should castle kingside. And then, like, we're at a sizable disadvantage, don't get me wrong. But we do have a fairly powerful play right here, depending on how they choose to operate. They can't take, because if they take, they will lose the rook. What do we do following that? I have absolutely no idea. One thing's for certain. We're only down one piece of material, which is kind of surprising. They're probably going to look to develop this piece, would be my expectation. I've got a game plan, man. First off, you threaten the bishop. You want to get this space clear. You come here, you threaten this rook moves here. You go here, you got a rook fork. I'm not sure if it's actually any good. I would expect that they would probably move bishop to here, which we don't have a great response for. We could do this, but it removes our knight from a somewhat powerful position. Interesting. I think that's... Okay, so it's a clever play. Why is it a clever play? Because now they can take this with no problem. But I actually don't think it's very good, because we get the bishop for the knight in a wide open game. And if they take, then to be honest with you, I'm like, I think we just take back. And then, you know, we'll trade knight for the bishop again. We got a pretty sizable pawn advantage. They do have an extra piece. There's no questioning that. Yeah, that's fine. I think we're playing a little too quick. There's no reason for us to play this game this quick. But look, this is not like the Super Bowl of gaming. You know, we're just trying to build a little warm-up, you know? I actually love this. Maybe you do that. I don't know. You do that instead? Actually, that was a wonderful move on your part. Probably this, and then we see how it goes. I really want to play this, but we need this guy out of here. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't... Oh, that's not... Literally, what, dude? You know what it is? You're gonna laugh. I played Bullet just before this. Just get me out of here, man. Get me out of here. I played Bullet just before this, and I fell into a classic chess bad habit of matching my opponent for speed when there was no obligation to do so. Okay, so what do we play? We slow it down. That's just bad mental control, honestly. Slow it down. Not every game's the Super Bowl. Just trying to learn something. We play the Caro-Kann. Excuse me, this is called the Hillbilly attack? I will always welcome the opportunity to do this, even though it does screw up screws up a lot for us, but we get a bishop for a knight, which is... Okay, again, you don't need to play so quickly, man. Like, I think you could just do this instead. I don't know what they're playing as if it's Bullet, which is their prerogative. Like, don't let me stop you. This is something we had already pre-programmed into the muscle memory. I really like the way this situation looks. Now, I don't necessarily love the exchange. What I'm trying to watch out for is something like dunk, 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 dunk. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think we really want to push them down, though. Like, they're going to do something with this knight. I don't know, maybe. Let's see how they feel about it. I much prefer our position. I much prefer our development. You think, I was just going to say that something like this is coming. What do you do following this, though? I know what you're thinking. I think we castle first. We could, like, there's a play here. What about check? Plays that forward. Close him in, because otherwise we lose the pawn. There's always this, too. But we have to be very careful, because we... Oh, no, we can totally take, actually, in this situation. So I think we force him back. Force him back with the check first. He goes here. They go here. Or there, but I don't know. It seems like a busted play to me. You probably go there. We probably take this no matter what. It does open this up as well, but I'm not sure I want to give them like such a wide open file. Okay, start to use your brain a little bit. Start to talk things out. Again, I wasn't joking. You might have thought that I was being ridiculous in my last video. I said I felt the competitive fire. I really do. I feel, and I get this way with games from time to time. I feel the desire to be good at chess again. It's been a long time. Now, I have to be careful here. This is a gimme. They're going to protect this piece somehow. But we can then wipe them here, I think. Like, for example, we got tons of time. It's a wide open game. You don't need to worry about your clock. Obviously, there's that. The dream would be we take here, and then they take that. And then we take the knight, and then, you know, it's cancel Christmas. But I think no matter what you take this. Well, here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. This, they don't even have to respond here. They might just play that. And if they play that, we play this. They choose whether or not to trade. If they don't trade, we trade, I think. These are forcing moves for now. They have to, like, it's such a bad move. I actually, like, kind of feel bad. The extra thing that's hilarious here is we actually have a fork. See, now there, Yav Blanco is doing the exact same thing I did last game, which is like, you don't have to move so fast. If you're playing a 10-minute game of chess, you don't have to move so fast, right? Okay, and again, like, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I think you go for the, I mean, the fork is not necessarily a forcing move, but yeah, you know what? I think you could keep it simple. You're already up a piece. I actually don't mind this. You take a pawn, you offer them the exchange again, or I guess we never offered it to them before, and then we're hopefully, you know, they still want to defend this. This pawn was very vulnerable if we didn't do something of the like. I just, you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, I just kind of don't understand what you're doing. Like, that's just a beautiful situation there. Still beautiful for the record. And if they want to stack up here, I mean, it's such a powerful piece to have, or place to have this bishop, man. We're gonna castle kingside soon. We have a 6-point advantage in material. I did not see that coming. I'll just be honest with you. And the other thing is, I'm gonna give up this pass pawn for the privilege of trading down some material. We can't save it. Probably that's a lazy way to play this. But I'm a fan. So let's think about this. We got tons of time. We're in the driver's seat. What are we trying to avoid? Back rank mate and the loss of this pawn. How do we avoid the loss of this pawn? We push it to here, and then when you come down here, we fork you here or here. Probably. The back rank mate is the big one. So we are up 5 points of material. It's not a guaranteed win. It is pretty good, though. The other thing, I would just love to trade rooks with you. So what if you're going to play this? Where do we want to go? It's a good question. It's a good question, man. We don't want to go there, I think. Man, if only I could get to here, right? That's what I'm talking about, dude. I think this is a thinking man's move to not throw this game. I hope the player we're playing against doesn't think we're being rude. I know we have a serious material advantage. We're up by 2 pawns and a knight. I just don't want to throw for no reason. So I honestly, in my heart of hearts, think that we possibly play this. It opens up a little bit more possibility for us. Because now we can play something like this without worrying about, if we move off this rank absentmindedly, getting back rank mated, for example. So I don't really know what the game plan is for them here. But I do know that I think I like this. For what reason? We have to be a little cautious. Really, I was going to say space control. There's lots to like. Like, this is not so bad. But is it all about defending this pawn? Or not? Is it about doing something else? Is it about sending a message? I mean, here's what I think, honestly. This pawn, though, is so scary. Because we could do check. He goes here, like, he's gonna. And then you would... You know what? What if... Okay, you know what it is? He's gonna go here, defends this. We're kind of... I wouldn't describe it necessarily as a choke job. We're playing too slow, though. What if we... I mean, it shouldn't be an issue, let me put it that way, but it might be. If you're going to go there anyway, then we're going to go here. We want to be able to defend this. We need to move our knight so that we can move these pawns up to be in a ladder here. Yeah, so I'm sorry that it took me so long. But it's just the genuine truth. You're not going to take this. It can't be done. So what's the next step? We were 1 too slow, and I feel like a fool. Never mind, I'm a genius. And then you played, okay. And then, thusly. I think we're okay. They're going to try to force something on me. And I'm going to say no. And if you want to play in the complicated world of endgames, welcome. Welcome to the complicated world of endgames. What about this? Dunk. They probably go here. Dunk. Then I think this is how we do. I think we start working them. The knight was only here to protect this pawn and this pawn. Well, mostly this pawn. Obviously, there is some fork potential here. But check this out. We got other stuff. Like this, for example, now is going to be open to us. Which is actually quite a potent move, I think. Because it keeps this from moving down. And actually allows us to take this pawn next turn. And it's all in the end game. My personal opinion... Oh, how are we going to take this pawn? That's not how that works. In my personal opinion, you know, chess to some extent is about finding that seam and then making it work. The seam was this pawn. I think we have made it work. There's a pass pawn. They're playing on tilt because this is like it's just a classic little rook fork situation here. And then they resign. No, they're a Levy viewer. You never resign until you hit 1500, man. I mean, here's the deal. If you want to take the knight, please do. Okay, that's pretty much what I figured was going to happen. No, that will become a queen. And, you know, I'm not trying to be BM about it. I was just going to say, if you want to take the knight, like, we're going to get you anyway. So, we won this game, so we go into analysis. That feels better. I don't really know what they were getting up to. That first attack, like, just the opening itself, the Hillbilly attack, I don't think I've ever seen it. Pretty much, dude, this is what you like to see in chess, right? Like, obviously, you love to see a psh, like, I'm crushing them because of a single move. But just a steady, like, yeah, good evaluations, more or less. And we did still have a mistake, but 25 best moves, that's exciting. So let's be instructive here. Let's walk through this. It's a book move. This is the Hillbilly attack. They do think that black has an advantage. I have to assume that the advantage comes just from being able to play d5, which you were going to play anyway, in all likelihood in the Caro-Kann. But now, actually getting like a forced move and a little tempo out of it. Because, like, you know, it's really, the question is, why would you move the bishop here if you're just going to have to move the bishop again after? I guess because you want it to go to b5 for check, and then you want to swap it for the knight, but it's just a weird play. Anyway, this is what happened. They still think that you got an advantage. This, they might prefer bishop to d7, but I like trading the knight for the bishop whenever possible. Yeah, they consider them pretty close in the analytics. They actually like the trade. Well, I mean, our opponent liked the trade. The analysis did not like the trade. They think they're about a half pawn down as a result. Okay. Then from here, this move is fine. This, to be honest, which I think they play right after I play knight to f6, which they like. Oh, that's interesting. I never even considered just like completely blocking them off from check, but they're very close. In fact, this they consider better, but we're not too worried about a 0.1 pawn difference. But yeah, this was a horrible move. Like, why? Honestly, like, why not just like knight to f3 is fine. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with that move. That's another half pawn, like, for no reason. You can see why, like, they don't want to play this, because then if I play this, they're pinned, right? And if they're pinned, like, you know, they can't move the knight. But I'm never going to take it because it's a bishop for a knight and it develops the queen. So, like, stopping me from going here was just, I don't really understand the point of it. So we went there instead. They're like, good job. Then we played e6 after, I think. The computer seems to not mind playing e6 earlier because they really want us to do like this, and then they'll do knight to c3, presumably. Knight to e2. And then we play this, which we were going to play anyway. It's a very strong diagonal. It's just kind of an atypical move for this bishop, so I'm not surprised that I didn't see it. But anyway. Okay, so this is good stuff. We're playing like pretty classic, like we want to push this pawn to c5. We developed our bishop so we could move e6. That way our bishop's diagonal is covering this, and then this became like a very critical moment for the rest of the game. I think that maybe we blundered here. What did we do in response to this? We played bishop to d6, which I don't think is very strong. They don't consider it as strong as the take, which I would probably agree with in hindsight. Take. This move is, like, cute, but actually horrible. They don't like the response at all. They prefer B8. I understand, by the way. Why would they prefer B8? No, I actually don't understand at all. Either way, I wonder why. Then we would play A6, presumably. Yes. And then they would go back. And then we would take the pawn at B2. No, we would put them in check. Okay. Well, look. What actually happened worked out better for us, I think. I don't know how... I mean, it says it's a 2-point difference, which is pretty sizable, but... Okay, let's see. Good stuff. They go back. They're like, what are you doing? We take... They think it's a good move. They still prefer the exchange. I think what they should have done here, and this was my prediction, that they would play knight from G to E2. That would have... Let's not say it would have put me into some trouble, but then I would have done this. And... They're still like, please, for the love of God, you just got a hanging pawn there. But I still like it. I mean, we're up 2 points of material. I don't think I would have been too disappointed. Anyway, it's not quite how it went down. Here they just blundered. We take it, no problem. What did I do here? I think I just took the pawn. They think it's fine. They actually like... So they like the fork. Here's what I was scared of. Is like, we fork them. They play like this. And then I got to figure out how I want to get out of this. There's got to be a good move. But it's not this. We lose a bishop in this exchange. And I just, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what the move was. Like, you could just straight up exchange, I guess. And then you could also take this. Is that what they think is the best? It is, okay. And then they would take my queen. At which point we would take the pawn. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. Instead, we invited them to a little bit of an exchange. And the points are basically the same after that, computer-wise. And then, like, I loved that. And I loved that. Like, I felt amazing after that. And then here, I was a coward. I decided, you know what? No, they don't think it's cowardice. They think it's genius. Castling was weird. We could have just moved our rook or our king instead, because we're basically in an endgame here, and we could have developed him, but... Oh, dude! I am actually stunned. We sat on this move for like 3 minutes. And they actually said that's the best move. That is maybe the highest compliment the chess computer has ever given me, and I'm including my brilliant move in there. Because I really did sit here forever and go, I don't really understand what's happening. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it nonetheless. Now, get ready for some moves that are probably not considered the best. Okay? The endgame always gets a little spicy. At this point, our position they really like. They think we're up by about twice as much as our material shows. So this is where it started to unravel for them. Good move. They don't like that, which is kind of... Well, they don't like it much. It's kind of interesting to me. And then they're like, take the pawn. Good stuff. You're up by 10. They're like, what are you doing? You just lost your rook. And then it's game over. We're up by 59. Anyway, for now, 2 fast games, but a lot of analysis on that second one, and I felt good about it, even though at the end, you know, their rating is 120 points under, which makes a big difference at this level for sure. But, you know, allow me that one, if you will. That was a fun game. I thought we played really well, and we didn't get sucked into the same trap on Game 2 as we did on Game 1. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps me out a great deal. Thanks for all the support on chess so far. It's been ridiculous. It's moving its way up the NL Power Rankings. I'm recording this before I record Isaac some of the time, when I have the opportunity at least. And, of course, I play a lot of chess on Twitch as well. Twitch.tv/NorthernLion, 11 to 4 Pacific time every single day except Saturday. Give me a follow and come watch when I'm live, which is every day but Saturday. See ya!